Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. So today I want to talk about a couple of things, especially about this guy called Mr. Jiang, Professor Jiang, right? A lot of you guys probably have heard of this guy recently. I started watching his content around a year ago, where he actually predicted the war in Iran. So what happened was that he thought he had three main predictions. One was uh, Trump getting elected and Trump is starting the war in Iran, and also the fact that um, Trump would basically U.S. would lose the war in Iran. And I wanted to talk about it today a little bit about, a lot of people have been um, smearing this guy. They've been saying that, oh, he's a CCP agent. And actually, I don't think that, yeah, I think that's just ridiculous. I mean, that's just nonsense because he's not a CCP agent at all, in my opinion. And then I'll tell you why later. And also, I think a lot of these guys, they hear these theories about um, the US is going down, or like US will lose a war, and then they suddenly get like, oh, emotional, or like, and I mean, he's actually not saying that US would, you know, become poor, become a poor country. He actually think that US will still be a wealthy country. It's just that he's saying that the empire will not extend as much, especially in the Middle East, right? So a lot of people are just saying, "Oh, this guy, he's commie, he's pro-China," and that a lot of it is actually baseless. They've got no evidence. I mean, do these guys actually know um, the CCP? Do these guys actually know who's actually the premier of China? I bet like 99% of people, this guy saying he's a CCP agent, they don't even know who the heck the second power in charge in China is. Right? They're just saying that to smear him, to say, oh, he looks Chinese, therefore he's CCP agent. Bullshit, in my opinion. What else? I think that what I think his background is and why he's so knowledgeable, right? Is that he's got he's got a lot of not degrees. He's got a lot of knowledge from, obviously, studying at the U.S. And I think he may immigrate to Canada when he was 6, right? So in that sense, he doesn't know much about the Chinese society, China at all. Until recently, he came back. He taught in Shenzhen and in Beijing. I don't actually know the high school which he's teaching at. Somebody said it's Beijing University, Tsinghua University affiliated high school. Um, so I personally did not go to that kind of school. I went to, so a bit about why I think also he's not a CCP agent. I went to actually international school in Beijing. So I went to international school of Beijing, which is mostly uh, not the Chinese students. No, mostly it's foreign students. So I think he just went to China to teach, and obviously they there's much better job than teaching in the U.S. I think, and obviously he cannot be saying these kind of things in the U.S. What he's saying. So I don't think he's a CCP agent at all. I don't think he's actually got any connections with the Chinese government. I think he's basically more Western. Okay, the second point I'll make is, like, let me know what you guys think, because this is more like geopolitical stuff. And I'm not really expert. I think he's so smart because he's able to digest everything not at face value. You know, a lot of people in America these days, they just think they listen to Fox News, CNN, whatever. They just believe that shit. I'm like, that's just you don't use any brains to think. You know. um, what I'm trying to say is also that a lot of people also said, oh, these predictions are easy. You know, like it's very plausible, very easy to guess, who would be elected, who the Iran would be attacked. Well, my answer is this: what if it was so easy to predict all these things, right? Or geopolitical stuff, you know, with all the game theory and everything, that well, why don't you go and predict some world wars then? Well, I don't see you predict. I just see you doing like everything afterwards. You say, oh, it was so easy. It's like this guy won a world champion or something. Like, oh, it was easy. It's so easy for him. Oh, it was like after the event, they say, oh, it was the prediction was so easy. Why don't you predict something before like 2 years? So I think he's very, very smart guy. And obviously the facts say speak to themselves. Like he's got a lot of followers now. Um, Also, I think that most people is commenting like, "Oh, these they don't know. He doesn't know shit." Well, let me ask you. Most people, I wouldn't even think that they know. They wouldn't be able to name three political parties in Israel, right? Just name three main political parties in Israel. He said there's a lot of political parties, and he studied a lot of them. And an average guy, I mean, someone who says that he can't do nothing, I mean, they don't even know. The average guy can't name the three political parties are. I would think the average guy these days in the West, they don't even know what countries border Israel. They might know what people might know like what countries there are near Israel, where roughly located, but they wouldn't know even like what countries actually border Israel. Do you know all the countries that border Israel? I don't think most people know that, unless you're very familiar with the region. I would think most people they just go to Dubai and enjoy their and I've just been like this whole world thing, this like kind of totally exposed how dumb people are. I never thought people are so dumb, especially on the internet. Like, come on, um, is it the education level or what now in the West? The people become dumber and dumber. I remember when I was studying China, I was 10 years old. And I knew all the countries in Middle East. I mean, I didn't know exactly, but I knew places like Saudi, Jordan, you know, Lebanon. I know these. Even this was 10. I was 10 years old. Right? They already taught all those stuff. Taught geography, international baccalaureate classes. Um, and not only you have to know these things, you have to come up with like logical analysis, reasoning, things like that, which this guy actually does. That's why he makes sense to me. A lot of things he says makes sense. And yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think about Professor Jiang. I love the guy. I mean, I've been watching some of his latest YouTube videos, and he's just so accurate in his prediction. And the fact that he said that what was he saying? That Israel is actually stronger than US. That actually shocked me a little bit because you think about the mainstream media is like saying all this, oh, US is the greatest in the world. No, he's actually saying that Israel is actually the country with the most powerful. They want to kick out the US. This was mind blowing to me, that his stuff. And if you think deeply, they are true. They are they are all like actual truth. They are actual just if you just think outside the box a little bit, they are very, very plausible. And no wonder it's millions attending these lectures. And let me know what you think.